and welcome to the to part two of your website. So we'll just continue. Now we're in the biography section. Now, when you make your website, uh, it it's really personal preference and the design preference, depending on the flow that you want your site to go to and how you want people to experience your website. But since I'm not one of those big names, it's I created my site in the sense that I have to present the information and have it readily available for for any client or any person who wants to know more immediately about you know quote unquote silver filter. So when you go to my bio link, you're presented with the general history, short write up on me, and the general gig history, and then some here the styles that I do, the coverage that I've had over the years, um, discography, the releases I've done, then some key achievements. It's just like uh, a music resume, and then I have an area here on side stories. Uh, when I was researching before about websites, one thing that struck me is people were what they say in sites is content is king. So of course we have to always put content in your site, just so people have something to read, just to know more about you, to get them engaged. So in my case, I just I included a story here about my journey through music. Okay, let's see, it's a sample here. So see, there's then some of my other projects, talking about my other band. Then check out the studio. Unfortunately, this is my old studio, and it's not loading. So just proceed to the next. Then we have my kit list. You know, just for this is for the gear addicts. These are the stuff I've owned, and at at the time I made the site, these some of the stuff here were still with me. Unfortunately, I had to let go of some of them. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to update this as well. But it's something nice. I also, it's not just like you presented this. I presented the gear as it is. I wrote some short tidbits about the that particular piece. So I got this because I had to have one. Stuff like that. And then the FAQ, or the frequently asked questions. Okay, there. Then it's a collection of my friends collected some questions that usually get asked of artists. So you know, there we have it. I don't think that it's corny that you have stuff like these, like the cliche questions. And so don't put your fans or the people who support you in don't assume that this is just the type of people who will listen to you, or or these people will find this information corny. Just present what you want to share with the world. you know some people will appreciate it, some people may find it corny, but just look at the others who may find some inspiration in what you're putting in your website. Then we have the press. Some just a repetition of the coverage, just in case some people were lazy to go through the whole write up in the main page. So just a repetition of the things that my coverage. And then the stage, since I play live, then I have a little story about my stage life, you know, playing live. Okay, we proceed next to the music. Now, this is uh, pretty self-explanatory. I just made it in such a way that it's convenient to look at, and you have an idea immediately when you're track one, track two. So I just put a cover, big enough cover, not unlike the ones, you know, this the 50 by 50 or 100 by 100 icons, and you'll notice there's one here that's pretty small. Okay, because I can't find a bigger file of these, so I had to do it smaller. Anyway, I also included a track list, and then to save my hosting space, I have the player here from Reverb Nation, which is a really nice site. That it's like uh, MySpace on steroids. It's really nice. It's very artist friendly, and uh, I just can't stop saying nice things about the site. So if you're a musician, better check out Reverb Nation. Sign up with them. You can upload your music there, and you can have these nice little widgets that you can include in your site or share here. Okay, so you'll notice one album here that doesn't have any widget, which is Silverbell, and it explains here that you will only get this if you join the mailing list. So you present your visitors, and it's a promo type thing that to get them signing up into your mailing list. So there. Okay. So with the live, bear in mind, I need a major, no, somewhat major update here, and there's one lined up. So I'm just too busy. Anyway, the live section here is just talks about me as a live artist and the things that I do. So dates for the live shows, gig journal, which is pretty empty, and we have gear talk. Talk about stuff I use live, because I use different stuff live and in the studio. Then photos and videos. What's nice about, you know, same thing with Reverb Nation. I hosted everything off site. So this one's in my multiply site. It's just a slideshow of the photos I included in an album, and then you can just get the embed code and put it in your own page. Same goes for YouTube. I'm sure some of you guys are also familiar with embedding and getting the code from YouTube. So there you can specify the size of the window, and there. Um, episode 3, oh, part 3 will be discussing more of the rest of the links. So you can proceed now to part 3. Thanks.